It's a good boy, Dixie. What's up, Destroyer? How are you, bud? Hope you're having a good day. Wonderful pre-rolls. That sounds super fun. Hey, Stone Cold, how are you, bud?
What?
It's gotta go blue. How are you? Weekend I was really busy. Felt like Scott. Went by really fast. How was yours, buddy? Hey, FOD. How are you? Scott, have you mathed out? I was thinking I might harken back to days of yore, and maybe do a Merrick's breakdown on the ladders available and stuff, because the prize wall looks pretty fun. Do you know approximately how many ladders are available free, Scott? I don't know if you've done that yet or not. What's up, Vit? Hey, Zimbo, Nakamura, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack moment of the day. How are you, Ducky Schultz? You guys all have a good weekend? I hope you did. Hey, Zandil, how are you? What's up, Mayo? Yeah, it was not bad. How was yours, buddy? Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Hi, Higo. What's good? What's good? I'm here. Not in the best mood, but I'm here. Alright, Pokemaster Hunter. Well, as long as you don't take crappy mood out on anyone else, I'm happy to have you here. You got 100% gem damage strap for Regal? Oh, man. This guy. Congrats, buddy. S23 Ultra, how are you liking it? I heard the camera's freaking amazing. Your weekend was busy, Fireman? Lax weekend, busy Monday. Right on. You love it? Nice. Praise be to the Scopely gods. RNGesus was on your side. That's what you're saying, Corey. Bob, thank you for the raid. How was your stream, buddy? The DX Triple H plate, Dreamville. DX, the Hunter plate. Hunter's Medallion, I believe, is the official name. Kitsu, how are you, Kitsu? Arcade, what's up? Are you trying to get champions to work on your laptop? How much RAM do you have on said laptop? So sort of depends on leaderboards. There's 15k ladders before leaderboards. Also 5.5 million solo points, including daily claim. So all the free solo points, but no points to spare. Gotcha. So 15k mine is without leaderboards. What you're saying? Fun stream, enjoyable Monday. Nice. Good to hear, Bob. You pulled Regal from a bag on the first day. Got a second Piper plate from that fix, and so finished. Nice, Mayo. That's awesome. Hack, how are you? Ivy Girl, what's good? FaZe Snowy FN. Bro, I love this game. I mean, I've been playing this game for a hot minute. I think we're up to, like, isn't it almost 5 years or something? I want to say. For me. And, yeah, that's a long time. So, I have had a very long and intimate relationship with WWE Champions. Yeah, emulators are a bit different. Yeah, so BlueStacks and, what's the other one that people have been using lately? LG Player and Nox are the big ones. You need all the CSS in the tour, Scott? Gotcha. You pulled Regal 6-star? That is pretty fire, man. Almost a 6-star bronze. Nice. Regal's very good. I got pretty close. Well, as long as you guys are talking about the Regals, and the weekend event, what are you guys' thoughts on how the weekend event was overall? Pros, cons. Don't just say I liked it, I hated it. Try to say what you did like, what you didn't like. Also, remember, just commenting about that on the forum, on the feedback post for the event, gives you a shot to win the poster. So, worth doing. Hey, Lux, how are you? Nice, Destroyer. Congrats. You got your first skill play. Congrats, Aim Dog Jam. What's up? No, it was fairly obtainable, free, I believe, in a faction event, if your faction was like a top 10 faction, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people took resources, though, because they said, I don't really know who this play would be good on, so I don't want it. Picked up 5 SB Fitness Guru. She's very good, bro. She's a great trainer. Like, super fantastic, and she's an incredible fighter. She's the best showboat lady we got in the game so far, in my opinion. I played daily, and I just feel like unless you spend money, it's hard to get any good cards. I hear that a lot. However, if you look at technicians, Dom is Zombie Dom, one of the best technicians in the game. He was a free one. Ghostbuster Cena, one of the best acrobats in the game. He was completely free. Corbin, one of the best tricksters in the game. He was completely free. Ridge, one of the best powerhouses. He was completely free. Dakota is the best lady in the game, probably completely free. Glover Lang, powerhouse, was free. Rocky 76, if you played, was free. Actually, if you played, Rocky 76 was completely free too. You equip it on your plate, bud. You have to have a strap on them. You have to unlock the strap, and then it goes in the top slot right here. So you just click on your strap, you click on the skill plate, and then it brings them up. There's a ton of solo points in this midweek, though, Sib. So, like, a ton. There's a lot of Nikki shards, a lot of solo MLC points. You should get caught up to speed. Rocky 76, I know people that got the 5-star bronze just because they played the tour and ground the tour for free. You didn't even need to be in a good faction to get Rocky 76. Yeah, weekend, they said at the start there was going to be like no points in the weekend. Pretty much everything was going to be during the week. That was in the official blog. Brett the Hitman Hart. Yeah. What's up, Buckeye, Architect Bruno, Black Chapters Len? Let's see. Well, so the game is what you make of it. It's easier to advance quickly if you spend. It's easier to have a large roster if you spend. The more you spend, the faster, easier you can do that. It is not required to do. And you can get a lot of really good stuff without spending much to nothing. That being said, people that spend obviously have an advantage because they get the stuff, more of the stuff, and they should. That's why they're spending, right? So, but yeah, there's tons of good stuff for free. Way better, like, in relationship. Like, like, if you had played 3 years ago and you compared what you could get for free and how good it was at ceiling versus what you had to pay to get and how good it was in its ceiling, drastic gap. Drastic gap. It was a huge difference. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely do spend, right? I mean, I'm VIP 12, so I'm not what would consider, you would say, as a whale. I do spend from time to time. I averaged $50 a week for 5 years, right? So that's, but I don't do a lot of huge spends, you know, typically. So I probably more what's considered dolphin. I like to think I spend smart. Yeah, Black Chapters, right? That being said, I think if you're smart and patient, you can get a lot more superstars than normal with the amount of spending. Like, I'm not missing very many. Most people that are missing, like, if you take out the ones that are no longer in the game, for example, these 1, 2, 3, 4, trial doesn't count, 5, Harper doesn't count, 6, there's another trial, 7. I'll have Nikki very soon, so we won't count her. That's 8. So if you take out the 8, I am missing 31. The one specifically I'm missing, and if I get Nikki, that means I'll get Steamboat, so I'll be missing 30. Like ones that tend to be more expensive when they release. I'm not very close to Cody. Mr. Perfect, I'm not close to at all. Big Papa Pump, I'm a ways away from. Umaga was expensive when he came out, nowhere near him. Boss Battle used to be the most expensive, it isn't anymore. You'll see the Zero Shard releases, I don't get them. Stay Puff, didn't get close to him. This is now going on 2 sets of zombie runs, and I spent a lot to get to that point. This one doesn't count. No, they didn't take back free Piper Plate unless you weren't supposed to get it. Do I use the portal? Absolutely. You get more bang for your buck on the portal. Long way away from him because he was expensive. That guy doesn't count. Almost nobody got him. Patterson wasn't super bad. Snoop is a 0 shard recruit. I still have 0 shards. Nikki, I'll get her. This was a 0 shard recruit. I'm nowhere close. So, Macho King, hey, I'm 1 shard away. Any day now. And a 0 shard recruit. So yeah, most of them, I get the ones that you're kind of supposed to get eventually. I play the long game. Get shards whenever I can, but I don't get the 0 shard ones at all. I just kind of take my time, and on those ones, I don't break the bank. I don't spend to pull. That's what I do, right? If I can spend to get guaranteed shards, I do that. Yeah, the portal is the best bang for your buck. You want to be using the portal 100%. Anyway, so what are you guys' thoughts on the weekend event? Like, how was it for you overall? Not just like what you got, what you like, what you didn't like, what would you like to see different? Pro con it. Don't just say, it sucked, I hate it. Well, why did you hate it? They're drinking a delicious sparkling iced caffeine black raspberry. Yum. Usual? What you said earlier? I thought it seemed like there were a lot more Regals pulled than normal. I don't know if they turned the percentage up from the boxes. But a lot more people. I saw a lot more people, at least on my Discord server, pulling him from the chests in the milestones than normal. Way more. Usually, I only see 1 or 2 or maybe 3 posts in a whole weekend of somebody getting it from a chest, and I saw tons of them this weekend. They definitely looked like they got bumped up, which is good because you don't want to have like 0 chance, Yes, Scott. I want to say I agree completely. The fact that they had some reality straps in the milestones so you could get something to equip to both him or Barrett or that stuff was really, really nice. I like that a lot. I'm also happy to see the moment token bag is in the Flash Feud milestone at the end. I actually got a moment I didn't have. I got this one. So I was happy to see that was in the Flash Feud. See that, Zimbo? Hey, Odie, what's up? That's funny, Livin. So, one thing, me and Goldie got the same moment. That's funny. You did a 40 pull, got like 5 fuses. Nice. So, Flash Feud, one thing I personally, well, in feuds in general, right? I don't mind that they have the rare CSS or whatever. They have a reason for that. They do that. I just wish it was only 1 match instead of 4. Because once you get, like, a lot of times doing the CSS feels really like a pain or whatever, and you can't even kind of run the feud lineup you want to run, and then by the time you're done, you're like, all right, I've had enough of feud, unless you're chasing a leaderboard, right? I've had enough of feud, so you never end up running the guys you build specifically for feud, you know, or at least I don't. And because just doing the CSS, you max the war score if you set it up properly. Oh, you'll be able to use it eventually. That's a good moment to get Arkham. That's one of the more rare ones. Hey, Pyro, how are you? I might be the only one that thinks this, but for Flash feuds, the last milestone should be a higher score since there are more feuds. I mean, that's fair opinion to have. Yeah, the CSS just seemed like it kind of like painful, right? Like more than anything. Like, I don't know. That's just a random like thought I have. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to keep the CSS, that's cool. If you want to keep them rare, whatever, they do that for a specific reason. I get that. That doesn't bother me. What does bother me is having to win a bunch of matches with people I haven't leveled. We'll definitely get to boss battle. For sure. I did Northern Mouth. I haven't done it yet, but I did. I took Bailey up. Scott, I had done 100 and I made up 1.67 missing characters for the CSS because I wanted the 600k points because I wanted to put a good dent in Regal. And Barrett showed up in my flash market at 4-star gold for 1,000 rubies, and I had enough rubies to get him. So I got him, so I did 0.67 worth of missing a CSS for nothing. I typically knock out. I max the war score before I finish the CSS usually. So yeah. Hey Theory Brute, I'm pretty close on Regal. This is in the wheelhouse of where I want to be. A lot of people say you always take the character first, and they're right, usually. I could have recruited him, but took a strap instead. Because I'll probably recruit him next month. That's typically how I go about it. Like, usually, well, at least until they change the formula, there's 100 to 150 shards of the superstar. So, like, Tori, there was 150 of in Flash Feud. Next month, there should be either 100 or 150 of Regal. Sometimes it's only 50. But I will do that. In Longview, for me, is I'll get 80 shards for him sooner rather than later, right? And even though he hits harder than Apollo, I plan on taking Apollo 6-star first. Apollo's ready, built, all that. So I'm in no hurry, right? Like, and maybe this boss battle, almost for sure, he'll be a CSS, and I'll miss a CSS, and it might cost me some shards or something. But I'm more looking Longview. It's not that big a deal for me, so I went that route. I could have spent more and got him. I spent some to get to this point. So it's just a matter of I look at bang for my buck, and that's how I do my spending. And I felt like getting that 600k in the CSS, making up the bonus matches. I mean, that's equivalent to almost 100 pulls. So it was really worth it to me. That's how I look at that. The two I got for free were 25% HP and stun immunity. Those were the two freebies. And then I got a skip turn in one of the milestones as well, which I'm not keen on. So I'm just short of him. Hopefully I get him next month. But yeah, people almost always will say take the superstar. I just went Longview. I didn't have any good straps for him, and I wanted a gem damage one. So I did that. Contest Superstar, hack. Contest Superstar. So, like, the requirements for feud, you know, like, do 4 matches with Wade Barrett. That's a CSS. Right? Let's see. Where was I before I got distracted? Not that it matters. But yeah, make sure and go to the forum, guys. and leave your feedback on the event, if for nothing else, a chance to win William Regal. But also, you can impact the game that way as well. So, I would highly recommend doing that. What else? You got a 40% gem defense, stun immunity? Nice. No problem, Hack. I'm happy to explain if you don't know something. Ask. I don't mind doing that at all. Especially if I'm using jargon, right? I often forget that, like, I feel like almost everybody is on, like, Discord because most of the factions I've been in for the last, like, 4 years have all used Discord, but then I remember every once in a while that outside the top 20, there's probably a lot of factions not on Discord and stuff, and maybe not as much information sharing and that kind of thing, so sometimes the jargon can get left behind for sure. It's a good place to learn a lot, though. 29K, I think you'll get it no problem, Twisted, if you look what's in the milestones. Money in the Bank tours, not too bad, I didn't think today. I like that, unless you want if you want the ladders, it might be harder. Otherwise, they're seemingly fairly open, right? I think. Yeah, they're pretty dang open, so that's pretty cool. Big fan of that. Dobson, I'm good, how are you? You're right, Donjay? The best way to get a 6-star superstar, DJ Guff, is spend money. Other than that, you gotta play a lot. Spend money or play a lot. Or both. But the best way is spend money. But you'll get, so, here, Dobson, once you, or not Dobson, I'm so sorry. DJ Gruff, once you get one, there's a lot, like, do what you can on the tour. These tours, right? Because the farther you get in these tours on the road, there's some good stuff in there, like token-wise. And tokens and TP and coin are what you're going to need to level up. So work through your tours as much as you can. Work through your league as much as you can. Get your league advanced, that sort of thing. Do the tasks in your league to get through them. That's the kind of stuff that's going to bump you up. Nice, Dobson. Congrats. So that's the kind of stuff you want to do. Good factional help where you can ask good advice. If you're a smaller player, try and find a faction family with a smaller faction that you can grow into and not have to change a bunch, etc. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Barrett. I wasn't a big fan of Barrett or Piper. I definitely expressed my opinion on both of those things. I'm not excited about their builds. On the flip side, Piper has a fantastic training ability, and William Regal's amazing, so I'll take it. I really like Nikki, and Theory's solid, so overall, most of the characters are pretty good this month. I didn't know there was a Trickster Bliss. Which one's that? I think you mean something else. How are you, Mr. Bungle? I didn't. Which Seth? You gotta beat the Miz with. No, I heard Bliss, I just didn't think she had a Trickster. 6-star Trick Bliss. I feel like you mean someone else. You mean Bliss, but a different class. Striker? The 6-star one, is that the one you're having trouble with? Oh no, you didn't mean Striker Seth. Striker Seth? Striker Bliss is good, if you like her gameplay for sure. Seth. Class. You'll be at the top. So the good thing about Piper is she can stun lock, right? So while it's slow, it's a guaranteed win. So if you don't have a very deep roster, that could be a good pick for you, right? Potentially. For me, she's too slow. I think Beth is better than Piper by a good chunk, Josh, with what you can get for free as long as you have a legendary strap. I actually think Beth is significantly better than Piper. personally. Seth, where are you, Sethro? Somewhere, I'm blind. There you are. Hall of Fame Triple H is really good. So Seth, you really have a couple options, right? I mean, basically, you're gonna run this build and go the move damage route, or you're gonna do the multiply thing, which doesn't recycle to hit the hard way. So you're probably better off doing this, but I don't know if you have a strap equipped to him, if you have takedown medals, if you have Acro Oscar, like all of those things will matter. He recycles really easy. That's the good thing. You would want to go into it with all the black move damage you have, right? So hopefully you have Oscar. If you don't have Oscar, that's a bummer for you. I'm gonna assume you don't have Io because most people don't. Then you would just stack black move damage, the best you have. I'm also gonna assume you don't have Razor. If I'm wrong, correct me. So you're gonna want to go right here, Lunatic Fringe, and then you're gonna want to use Lita, and then you're gonna want to use. I'll assume you don't have Gooker, and you're gonna want to use Hall of Fame Ted if you have Ted. You mean 6 silver? Beth more than Super Stacy probably. I wouldn't take either of them, but if I had to, I would take Super Stacy. Or I mean, sorry, Beth. Super Stacy doesn't get any better. At 6-star silver, she just gets some more hit points. A 6-star bronze, Stacy's fine. It's a 2 or 3 cycle win. So I think she's fine for 6-star bronze. Usually a 2 cycle win. So I would just run them this way. If you have move damage medal, you're good. Black move damage medal. And then you're going to have to, against Miz, you really, this build is very kind, to be honest. You don't really have to worry about much, other than nothing, really. So you just have to take his damage, life down. You don't worry about the purple, because it's a 1 MP move. So bring a yellow Shango down, and then just go to town. And just hit the finisher over and over and over and over. That's really about all you can do. You gotta, it's 16 million health, so it's gonna take a minute. But yeah. I don't think she's worth 6-star bronze, no, in any way. Because the kick out at 6-star bronze, if anyone matches 3 gems, they're gonna kick out. Hey Neo, how are you, bud? There's only one good Acro Bailey setup as far as I'm concerned. The video would be ancient at this point. I haven't played her in a freaking hot minute. Goodness gracious. But Showboat Finn is good. He's really good. There are a lot of really good showboats now, though, but Finn is very good. No problem taking him to 6-star because he's got a great coach. 6-star silver, there's quite a queue there. Did we feud against each other, Ennio? Did we feud against each other? What was the question about something? Why am I in my ladies roster? What was I looking for? I don't even remember. Somebody tell me why I went to my ladies roster, because I sure as heck don't know. Oh, Bailey, thank you. Thank you. I already forgot. Alright, so Bailey, back in the day, she was amazing. I used her all the time. In particular, this setup. There used to be matchy-match in feud, though, and her finisher hit fairly hard, and with a gem defense build, they couldn't kick out. That was how I used to run her. Now, if you have her 5-star, you're probably going to use the sub, I would imagine. I... she's not good anymore, really. The sub is so weak. It would take forever against, like, if you're trying to get through 6-star, the best thing you could do would be to do this. 3 color blue, 7 MP, 3 rows. So the best thing you could do, it's only 10k per. There's no way you're gonna get past hell. Like unless you take her way up, like way up, because the damage isn't enough. There's not weak. You have strong ones too. There's 3 different Baileys, and it's very easy with any of the Baileys except for Acro. Right? I mean, Acro, this one would be easy at the same talent. It's just at 6-star, it won't be easy. You're fine all the way to the 6-star opponent. And if you're struggling, you just amp up the color turn trainers, gem damage. In this case, flat would actually be better than... So we're going to do 100% here, and then we're going to do 12k flat here, which is RVD. Unless RVD's a coach. I can't remember. Is there not a flat one? Is he a coach? He's a coach? He's a coach, I think. I can't remember. He's one of them. No flat color turn? Alright, so the 2 percentages then, whoever the other percentage is, I think it's, what's his face? Not Edge, this guy. Christian Cage. Like that. So 34k per color turn. $100 for Shamrock, 38%, 12k, and 15k. Why do I want Seth? No, I don't. I don't actually. I'm gonna use props. Like, if you're trying to get through hard stuff. So, let's get out of here and go to hard. So, against the 5-star gold. 6-star... Yeah. No. Not so much. So, you want to make your finisher count. You'd also want to bring an MP down. Just saying. So, what McLovin is talking about is this little trick. This row has got 3. Also, I don't need it, McLovin, because I have the gear. So I'm making 5. Is that trick to fill it up and then hit your finisher? Right? So... we're probably going to lose if we go about it like this. So if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's what props are for. So you're going to probably have to hit this twice, maybe only once. There you go. Fill the board up and pop it. You didn't need to do the first part. I was just showing what McLovin meant. Also, McLovin, how are you in Sharn, bud? But literally, that's what props are for. So that's an easy win, assuming you have the trainers leveled up. But Hell Mode, that was 1.5 million, right? And Bianca's got like 10 million health. You'd have to do that like 10 times. So that's not going to happen, right? Because it's a finisher. I mean, you might happen. If you, yeah, the Flash Feud coin loot pull things are great. So if you have, because she's triple blue, oh, she's not triple blue in this set, never mind. Oh. She actually isn't gonna... You would have a chance in this one. So you just want to keep her off of the finisher. So you want to keep her off of the purple, really. You really only need blue for this. So, I mean, here. Let's do it this way. You guys want to see me beat it? You want to see if I can beat the 6-star? Is that interesting or no? Let me pull it. Maybe you can beat it at silver. It won't take that long, Black Chapters. Who wants to see this? To see this? Yes? No. I hate you, Merrick's. There, pulls up. Pulls up. No, you can only vote once. That's how the poll thing works. I'm just up here throwing props away. Suddenly Showboat is looking really strong, right? No, it's not. I'll get some last ones because I even said I would do this. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah, I figured most people would want to see it. No, it's fine. If I'm gonna do it, I'll just record it. Well, it looks like 15 to... Oh, it's really actually kind of close. 16 to 8. It's closer than I'd like for a Champs channel thing with a bunch of the stream. But in this one, I won't even... the gear wouldn't even matter for what I'm gonna... the way I would do it, you know? Ah, whatever. F it. It's content. Enough people want to see it. That means other people want to see it. Bruh. My stream froze. They're back. Hey everyone, Merrick's here, bringing you another video. This one live from the Champs channel. 17K Bailey versus 6-star Bianca. 19 people wanted to see it, 10 people didn't want to see it, and 5 people said they hated me. So you might hear me talking with chat during this. I have her gear. Her gear's not going to matter for this. I have a strap. I don't know that that's really going to matter. It is armored up a bit. 20, 40, 60, you know. We have some armor in total, 60%. I'm not using Honky Tonk Man or anything like that. So it's just going to be a decent amount of props. Because you're going to need to fill the board up with the color turn gems and then hit it a few times. All the color turn trainers. Shamrock, Christian, RVD, and Sasha. So 34 whopping K per countdown. Alright, let's go. And actually, because I'm going to add a chat window to this while we're doing this, so people know what the heck I'm talking about. Window capture. Not that. Where's my chat window? Twitch chat. There we go. Hey, you guys are all on the going to be on the YouTubes. There you go. Let's just do this. Hi, everybody. You think this is gonna be bad? Oh, have some faith, my man. Have some faith. "10-minute frame in YouTube." Hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I voted no. Live in nightmare. I don't believe you, sir. I don't believe you at all. Let's see how long it'll take. Oh, it's not going to take that long. Come on. Have some faith. This is pants? What does that mean? Does that mean bad? Does pants mean bad? Technically your gear might hurt me here. Okay, that's fine. Vote for how long? There. Alright. Pants means bad? It won't be that bad. Look, this is gonna hit for like 1.8 million. It's not gonna take that long. Negative Nancy's. No, 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 don't cascade too far. Woo! Stop that. Stop that. Bianca got her match and I got scared. I got scared. Am we gonna bet? Yeah, let's get. You know what? We're gonna bet. Hall of Fame Brett's better? Well, if I had thought of that, I would have used Hall of Fame Brett. So there. So if you have Hall of Fame Brett, use him. Instead of Sasha. That's why you're here, chat. This really isn't going to take that long, guys. Doubtful. I don't have time for much of anything other than what I do, Ennio. They can. The color turn gems can mess you up. So I play mostly, I play 3 games. And I don't know if I can fit another game into my cycle. If I did, it'd be Diablo 4 with Mrs. Merrick's. For sure. I'm gonna do... What am I gonna do? I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna do this. So right now I actively play this game a lot. I play World of Tanks a lot. And I play, Mech Arena a lot. So I don't feel like playing any of those less. So if I did, it would be Diablo 4. Yeah, it's a mech shooter. It's very fun. See, you guys thought this was going to take a long time at 2 times speed? We're only up to like 4.5 minutes. I'm probably going to win next turn. The kind of games... suck the dodge. Ha! No, don't cascade! No! No, no, no! Her purple move's full. Her purple move is full. This is what we wanted to avoid. Very much what we wanted to avoid. Alright, now just stop. Okay. Alright, we're good. Color turn gem saved us. Scared me a little bit. Not gonna lie. Calmer than you are. You know. That was great. Everything's fine here. Macarena. You know, that's exactly what Mrs. Merrick said when I said Macarena. She said Macarena? And I think that one does it. No, shouldn't have said it. Should not have said it. We need one more. The finisher's loaded too. Your hair is not just growing. This isn't even gonna make 10 minutes, man. Come on, Gumsy, you're killing me. You tried it, but you didn't think the gameplay was fun? I play on my computer. Not on my phone. Macarena, that is. I'm not risking anything. Don't want her kicking out. Because she's got that finisher loaded. So it's do or die. No! I hope we can kick out, guys. Oh yeah, no problem. Color turn gems to the rescue. 3 hours later, it's 7 minutes on the video and there was an intro. Come on. Come on, man. You guys. There. So even though I said you probably couldn't do it, you can, and it's not that hard. And she's down to 440k, so the armor didn't even matter anyway. She's so low. You aged 40 years. There. 8 minutes. That wasn't bad. So there you go, YouTube. If you can't beat, you know, this Bianca with crappy Bailey, you probably got to level your trainers up. If you don't have RVD, use Hall of Fame Brett. If you do have Hall of Fame Brett, use him instead of Sasha. Anyway, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and share because that helps Merrick's out, and he's a really good dude. Other than that, thanks for watching and good luck out there. You guys all thought I was going to lose, and it was going to take way longer. I know you did. I know you did. Yes. Bill's Mafia. If you do have RVD, you want to use Hall of Fame Brett. Fair enough, Crash and Burn. Okay. So, yeah, it's not bad. Hey, only 8-minute fame. No, I hate Wendy. Besides, that was Bailey at Silver. South Side. I almost did. I kept saying I'm going to win this turn. And that's the curse of all the things, you know? Okay, so boss battle. You guys want to talk boss? I think I only lost 20 viewers in that 8 minutes. You guys want to talk boss? Is that why you're here? Why are we here? So
what do you guys want to talk about?
That's hurtful, Scon. Why would you say that? You know I don't have Stardust. That hurts my soul. Do it again for Bants? I don't know what Bants means. I'm assuming for laughs or giggles. The answer is no. I was just gonna... we'll do boss all week. Unlock faction boss. Apparently doesn't think I'm in a faction or something, but now it does. Powerhouse. I think I actually don't know which I need. I am short on coins because I've been buying all the shards, so, you know. No, I think I might Bill's Mafia. You guys wanna... I can also talk about what I think just right off the cuff, if you want. So first off, for the event, it looks like there's a daily jobby for spending the currencies. Let's look at the... Scott, are you still here, Scotty? So, milestones. Let's assume you can do everything, blah, 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 get to the free one. The next few milestones are incredibly close. What do we got? 600k all the way to here? Like, they're very not stretch. Yeah, same, Scott. They're very not stretch. They pace these out smartly for sure to entice. So what's in them? All right, 2,000 ladders, 3,000 ladders, some good tokens here. I mean, this one I don't care about, right? But the ladders, so that's an extra 5k ladders, and you're not having to go that much more. 9k ladders. It's getting a little more interesting. That was that one. 9k ladders, bonus 15k, 100 Nikki shards, 5.7 million. That's only 300k past. And how many were 11k ladders at that point? So 26k ladders to get to 6 million. Now that's probably, you know, that's 500k past, right? and then 20k ladders there. Now you're into the good stuff. That's a Hogan plate. You get to here, that's a Hogan plate. You know, so, and maybe less than that. So there's the daily coins that Scotty pumped out. You need to buy 4 pulls. That equates to 75, 105, 130k extra points. 4 pulls is not that expensive. 4 pulls is like, there's probably a $10 pack on the portal. Or just get like one of these and do 1 pull each day. You know, something like that. Get one of these, actually. If you don't have Balor, get 60 Balor shards in your 4 pulls. Something like that, right? If you care. Or you can just do this. Or you can just spend $10 and get 2 of these. That gets you an extra 135k points alone, which is going to move you a long way along and on the thing, right? So that gets you all the way to here, basically. That's a lot of bonus milestones. 4 whole pulls, WTF. I know, Lee. We gotta get the bonus milestone somehow. Anyway, that's not a bad return. If you're short Balor or Bailey shards of any kind, that's not a bad bonus for guaranteed shards and then other stuff, too, as well. Anyway, so 30k gets you a couple different gears. 50k, this plate is very, very good in boss battle. Very good. Like, stupid good. Right? Moment, okay, Moment is interesting, but if you don't have this plate and you can get there, chef's kiss. Also, there's a lot of shards that people are missing or maybe close on. Dom at 9k for 100 seems like heckin' good value to me, because he's a really good trainer. So I like that. Also, I mean, you know, every single spender out there is frothing at the mouth to get these, because you can finish yourself a set and get yourself a guaranteed 6-star silver. They're expensive, though. But it does give you 2 to complement what you've already spent. So I think really the only thing I would be looking at personally is the tokens. These 3 shards. The Hulk plate. Maybe the Moment. Maybe. I mean, you could make a case, Seth with all of his gears. Seth with all of his gears. Nah. Becky, don't, nah. Nah. So, here's the thing. Becky, even with all of her gears, still isn't... That's to me is the trap. Here's the reason. Even if you have all of her gears, she's not as good as these 2, or China, or probably Mommy. No, I don't think she's good as Mommy either. That's like 4 that are not super hard to get. Mommy arguably the hardest, that are going to be better than her. I don't think so. I wouldn't. Same reason with Seth at Striker, for me. I have all of his other gears, so that would make his multiply build more viable if I wanted to level his moments and stuff. So I wouldn't go for those gears personally when you have other more attractive stuff sitting there. Like the Hulkamaniac plate. Yeah, the south side, if you don't have Becky now, though, why do you care about the CSS? You're never going to have enough, right? CSS literally only matter if you have them all. If you're missing one, most of the time, a lot of times you can't even get there unless you play a metric butt ton. So literally, realistically, people make a huge deal out of CSS and having them, but honestly, contest superstar. Most of the time, it freaking doesn't matter. Like, really doesn't matter. Because you're usually missing 2 or 3, and you're like, I'm not doing 1,000 matches. You know what I mean? So I mean, literally, realistically, and people get stuck in that mindset, and then they go for older stuff and never have anything newer, right? I mean, like, so that's just the way I look at it. You can obviously do what you want, but these three here, but Dom in particular is much lower priced, right? You get almost double for Dom, and they're all three though great trainers. So something to keep in mind. These two need to go 6-star. This one doesn't. If you have Striker KO, this turns them into a freak. This is also an insanely good boss battle plate. What else? And these things are oof, chef's kiss if you want to get some 6-star silvers going. So either way, though, you should come away with something out of here. I would literally ignore. These are the easiest era straps to get. Don't touch them. Huge waste, in my opinion. Don't get these. They're all over the tours. Why? No, just no. So yeah, that's how I look at it. If milestones are worth it to you, that you would know better than me. Cody is just a trainer mostly at this point. I really want him because Cody, but yeah. I don't ever think, unless you have a bunch of resources to blow, you should take anyone up for boss battle to 6-star, unless you have the resources to blow. Especially Angle isn't going to count. IOW you have to be careful with because you need them for feud to make your feud life easier, and you need them for showdown to make your showdown life easier. How do you not know that? The Piper's Plate is an ultimate, yes. But how do you not know that? Like, this is why people should at least watch some videos so you know what's going on. I mean, I put it on 4 different people and ran it. Brain freeze, fair enough. No strap parts. Hey Mike, how are you? Yeah, near. I'm so far away, it doesn't matter, right? Like, I'll get Cody after it doesn't matter, you know? Anyway, the point being, I think there's some really good stuff on there. Don't undersell how good the Hogan plate is if you can get there. If you can't get there, the new tokens are kind of nice, especially if you have, because if you have 6 stars, you should be having a 17. We're gonna have 17 of these to open if you got a 6-star in every class, I think. And then depending on where else you got them, you know. So I just figured I'd open mine. Well, I'll open them by the end of this. So, you know, that might get you somewhere. This thing fills up my plate parts. Because I removed so many, all the content creators get those. I'll test stuff on stream for people, for previews. It's the only way they have of reimbursing them to us, because we have to do so many swaps for previews and stuff. Yeah. Like, if Lee wants something checked out or tested, because I know he cares, G-Bits, that's what they were fondly nicknamed. Not really, Mike. If people on stream want to see something without a plate on one of my characters I have equipped, I'll just take it off so they can see it without. They want to see it with the plate, I'll move it often. So yeah, that's why those are there. I tend to use them, like, personally, I move almost nothing. I probably personally do 2 or 3 moves a month. I hate it, I'm lazy. So, like, I don't move crap around. So Flash Feuds, right? I didn't move a single plate. I just didn't use Dakota. I kept it on Rocky. I had moved it to Rocky, and I did not even use Dakota one time. Because I don't care. Like, I have enough options where it doesn't matter. Mike, sort of? No, I would say not really. I'm 80 shards away, and instead of recruiting him at the moment, I took a strap. I'll get him next month. I maxed the war score by feuding a ton. Or the CSS, I mean. No, I hate stips. New moment. So that's actually a really good question. Because 30k is a lot. It's a feud moment, so people are going to tell you absolutely yes, you need this. Because people love their feud stuff. It's really good on Edge. Green move. He's really good on Kofi. It's really freaking good on Orton between all of his stuff. He makes like the entire board black, and it's good on RVD. Is it worth 30k to me? No. I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather get the shards of the people I don't have that are good trainers than a situational moment that I'm probably not going to use on anyone. Again, back to feud and what we talked about earlier. Most of the time in feud, you're not running the people you want to run. And if you are, you're only running a couple of them. And why do you want to make any of these your go-to feuders? I don't. I already have better options, even if they have a moment. So to me, no. Compared to what's on the plate, it's not, or on the wall, it's not worth 30k. But that's just my opinion. I don't think it is at all. I would put that in the lower value stuff. RVD for feud is not good compared to the rest of the strikers you could use. There's 3 right there that are significantly better, 4 that are significantly better, and then also Karrion Kross and Lashley, Striker, Hall of Fame Kurt. That's 7 right. Who cares? What good does defense do you? Right? Like, defense doesn't even. You don't play that. Why do you care about defense? Literally, unless you are in the top 10, why do you care about defense and feud? You care about making your life easier. Right? Like, why not make your life easier as opposed to make someone else's life harder? That's the way I look at it. I'd much rather get in and out and not deal with crap than make somebody else's life harder. I'd rather make mine easier, but that's how I look at it. In some cases, if you have the room to add in a jerk person, sure. But I'll tell you right now, RVD, there's no way you can equip your RVD that he will be remotely annoying on defense and feud for me. Not even remote. Oh yeah, Striker Andre. There's another one that's way better. All right, boss battle. There's nothing you can do to your RVD that I won't beat him first turn for me. Not a single thing. Green gems are 15 times. Blue gems are 15 times. These are 40 times on the cross brachio. So first thing that jumps out on that is Rick Steiner, because he makes cross breaks and he turns them green. Sheamus is another one. No Juggernaut gems, so that's worth noting. Sheamus doesn't turn his blue or green though. Nash is really slow. Sometimes, when it's the right colors, yeah. Hall of Fame Angle's probably he's one of the better strikers in the game, depending on how you like playing. Yeah, you can't run Gunther, sadly, because of this. Yes, area jugs will work. Acro Edge won't be too bad, yeah, for sure. Okay, green or blue? I mean, Loomis isn't terrible. He should be 6-star anyway, because he's way better than Matt in most cases. Let's go talent. Here we go. Roman will be solid. Sadly, you can't use Gunther's Juggernaut. I took him 6-star today and filled his star. Because his Juggernauts are choose. Yeah, obviously, Zombie Dom. He's always one of the best for greens. Sheamus? Like this Sheamus? So try and stick with the class we're in when I do this. So we're in Focused right now, or the style I'm in. So that's the thing, though, for Gunther. His sub, you won't lose. So these will stay, so as long as there's 3 greens, that's more interesting for sure. Because they're going to be times 30. Right? Yeah, Rick Steiner is the first one I said. Your mom. because he does all the things. So this is one of the cases where I would consider Gunther with the try-green, simply because he's going to have times 30 multiplies. No, you're fine, bud. You probably didn't hear it, or you wouldn't have said it. But, so it's 30 times 15. Okay, so here's the easier way of looking at it. You figure out what you hit, then you times it by 15 for the boss battle, and then you 30 times for the multiply gems. Anyway, it's a lot. He'll hit probably pretty hard, but it's only 3 gems. And if you run out, you run out. What do you mean, Extimus? I wouldn't bother with a Sheik Plate for this. What you would want to run is all heart, because it buffs the green gem damage. So you're gonna start with the sub, and it'll buff your green gem damage, right? So by 100%. So for sure, all heart is what you'd want to run with this. All heart all the way. You just jumped on? Well, welcome on. This Seamus, somebody said, does he do cross breaks too? I can't even remember what he all does. Oh, he turns reinforces green, huh? Juggernaut gems don't work. Can't use his Juggernaut gem. Could use the sub, though. If he has a way to get back to the yellow, and he doesn't. Yeah. No Seamus. No Juggy gem. Steiner's gonna be awesome. Just triple green, go to town. Although flats should not be better than percentages this one. Percentages should be better. For boss battle. Unless this is our first boss battle having these big flats. So I think it's percentages all the way. As far as I know. Yes. If you need the unfreeze is going to be the most important, right? By far. Depending what turn it is. Who's the 45%er for green? Is Booker T and all that jazz? Might have to take him up. Yeah. Booker T. Big Papa Pump if you had him. So yeah, something like that. Unless there's a cross break that's higher percentage. Which I can't remember in trainers, if there is. Oh yeah, I know you'd use Jeff. Jeff for sure. Probably, yeah. Get more cross breaks out there. Jeff for sure. Absolutely Jeff, so you'd want to use. And then this I would change to green matchy match. They're 8 though, so that's only a 5 match. So instead of that, I would do this. I would also do NWO Hogan. Yeah, if you have Andre, definitely use Andre. I don't have him. Definitely use Andre if you have him, and I would change this to Wave Charge. I would go NWO Hogan actually for me. That way, a 3 match is worth 7, so 1 3 match and I'm loaded. So that's actually how I'd run it. No, because I don't want to choose. I wouldn't even hit the sub. To be honest, I won't even be hitting the sub. I would only hit 2 moves. You just ignore it, or the stun. Just ignore the stun. You're just gonna hit Cliffhanger and Diving Bulldog the whole time. I mean, you could have that out there, just if you were concerned for some reason, like, so you put Silence Gems out. Let's say you get caught in between, you screw up and you get caught in between moves. You could have the subcharged to refill those if you screw up. But you should just be hitting these two moves over and over. And nothing else. Although, what you could do is you could put all hard on him and only place one sub gem so it's fast, and then buff your green gem damage by 100%. That might be worth the few seconds it takes to choose one green gem and throw it out there. If you were to put, I might try that for when that gets loaded. I don't know, though, but yeah. Jug area. So, okay, if you want to go blues and do that sort of thing, you could, but you're losing cross breaks. I don't think so. So if you're going to go that route, you should be using Ray. Do you guys remember how good Ray was for blues? Powerhouse Ray? And then, like, how is it Dom for greens? Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't think blue is the way for him. I think it's this way or bust. Because of the cross breaks. Which is, you're, like, getting the 40 times buff with the cross breaks, and then they're green besides. You can do jugs. This is an area. You can. This is an area. The negative only affects the ones you place. It doesn't stop, like, the area 1x2. It doesn't stop. That jug will work. The other kind won't. So, yeah, Rick will be good. Really good. I think very, very good. Oh, yeah, he chooses. You're right. No Ray either. You're right. Taker's always going to be okay, yes. Blue will help him for sure, no question. Yeah. He's not in this class, though, so try and stick to focused ones. Rocker, you can do stuff with green, as I recall, if with the right plate. Seamus will be good. Nash is really slow, but if you have his thing leveled up, I guess you're okay, right? Because he makes a bunch of greens, or he does cross breaks, but it's really slow. So I wouldn't use Nash. I personally wouldn't use Nash. Seamus is way better, I think. Simply because you get so many cross breaks out and you can use his crown. There's no negative to reds. So that's great. The reds that end up on cross breaks are fine. Yep, absolutely, Peck. Rocker is who I'll use, probably. Or Roman, just because I have the thing. I'll use Roman because I have it maxed, and I won't bother switching. But yeah, Rocker, you just run with his finisher. It'll be super good, super easy to use. Right here. Just gonna plop it right into the... Just super simple, right? With Pyro Plate. He'll grow the damage and recycle super easy. So if he's your boss breaker guy, go for it, you know? So yeah, Rocker will be great. Blue multiplies, easy recycle, grow the damage, everything you want. Yeah, Steve's thingies won't work. Who else does green in here that's significant? Or cross breaks? Like green buff. Loomis be okay. I mean, Kofi never usually really works out great, but he'll... Again, in this class, anyhow. Obviously, Zombie Dom is the green monster. Literally. I mean, if you can hit for 30 million... outside of boss, you know, Zombie Dom, a good setup's gonna pull, like usual, 400 or 500 million. Couple Zombie Doms will win it, most likely. 3 to be safe, 2 good ones. I think Dom is gonna be better than Rick. Most likely. I don't know, though. I haven't thought about it long. It just kind of came out, so... Kurt will be good. if you have your icon cart leveled up, it'll be good. Anyone I'm missing here? I don't know if any of these guys do cross breaks or greens. I guess people say Snoop. His animations are slow though, so I don't know. People with Snoop, you know, for sure. It is. We've had a lot of green lately. Can you hit for like 20 million plus? Like if you go to a Stip Tour, can you hit for like 20 mil plus? No, I really don't have Stardust, man. I wasn't playing. I'm missing a bunch of the older guys. I'm not OG on this game. I came in a year, 2 years maybe? 2 years after it started? Yep, I came into it late. So also, we might as well. I don't know if I looked at these. Damage is pretty standard. It scales every turn. This is, you can't get caught with your special gems on the board, right? So you're gonna want to do your full, like, recycle, keep your special gems out of the board, make sure you can place stuff, and then you're gonna have to contend with unfreeze. So as always, if freeze happens on the boss's second turn, this class, the most important thing you can bring more than damage is just a max breaker. Focused when there's unfreezed, that just makes your life so much easier. Maxed unfreeze, and at this point, people should have like 2 or 3 if they want. I just have 700k currency stockpiled, and I have 1 3/4 maxed, but I haven't needed anyone besides Roman. So, because really all you care about is having this. That is the single best thing you can bring for this boss. You need one of these in every one. It'll just make your life easier, unless you know you're somebody that knows you're gonna do it fine on turn 1. So. Also, neutralize will remove the debuff. So if you don't want your team to get smacked super hard in the face, 200% harder in fact, neutralize will be good in the chaotic spot. And we got green and blue, huh? Oh, who's good at green and blue? I mean, Steiner's probably good. KO is weird build with his plates, probably good. Z-Takers with the drip plates, good, right? He changes to green, right? Yeah. No, I doubt it. They would not make 6-star silver requirement yet. That would just be asinine. And then no one, like 3 people, would be able to do 20s, besides Woken. Again, we already talked about Gunther, and he's not in this style. Please try to stay in the style we're in. We're in chaotic. This fool makes cross breaks, doesn't he? I don't think it's enough to matter. Riddle be okay, yeah. Four, yeah, 4 is not enough to matter. Just people always say Lawler, so I'm just kind of have it. Truthfully, I'm sure this Ding Dong can do okay on this. He's super rare still though. You can choose greens into multiplies and stuff. It's just a lot of choosing, so I don't love it. I don't love it at all because it's too much choosing. Somebody said Doink earlier. They're probably not wrong. I think he puts freaking... He's like the Prince of Chaos. I don't know if it's enough. Yeah, it's not. How much does this make? Yeah, it's not enough. No Doink. Stop saying gender. He's not a thing. Don't make it happen. Yeah, if you want to do that thing, you can get away with Razor with gear. No, it's not a thing, Southside. You stop. You stop. You stop. This is not the right place. It literally, for most people, is going to have to be a board full of cross breaks to be worth talking about, mostly. Or massive buffing. Oh, come on, Lee. Not you too. Man. Does Big Papa do blues? I don't even remember what he does. I didn't get him, so I forget about him. Juggernaut's out of play. Juggernaut's out of play. Juggernaut's out of play, so it doesn't matter. Orton does blues, right? Orton will be ridiculous. He's like the Zombie Dom version of blues, yeah? Except harder. So yeah, Orton will be ridiculous, I suppose. No, it's a choose Juggernaut. That might be, is that one? What's his build set? I don't use him. Blues, countdown multiplies, and what's the one that makes the whole board blow up? Here it is. Yeah. Orton's fine. Zombie Orton will be ridiculously good at Chaotic. He'll probably the best one in Chaotic, right? Yeah, whole board blue and multi. He's like the Zombie Dom version of blues. So I think he'll probably be the best one in Chaotic, if you have him, which I don't. Frickin' you guys. Austin, if you have him and want to take him 6-star, it would be really good for this one. So yeah, extra time and neutralize will be valuable. I mean, but no one really blows me away other than Orton on this one. I could be missing somebody. Like Riddle's okay. Does this dude do blues in some fashion that matter? I want to say he does. Ish. Not enough. What breakers will be good? Unfreeze, neutralize, and extra time will be the best ones. Do you have a 6-star Booker, IOW? Just curious. Okay, green, blue, green, blue. I got my blues, guys. I'm ready. All the blues. Just kidding. I'm gonna do that and see if somebody notices, though, on Boss Battle Day. You moved on. Yes, Ginger does make blues. Does he make cross breaks? Does your IOW Booker make cross breaks? If so, how many? Does he buff greens or blues? I haven't looked at him recently. Dom, and Dom, and Dom, and Dom some more, and Dom, and Dom, and Dom. I guess Snoop with a drip plate in all of his gears. Sure. But Dom is faster. Thanks, FOD. Yeah, the answer is Dom. Literally, the answer is Zombie Dom. At defensive, yeah, it is Dom. Like, everybody has him. There's no reason not to use him. If you don't have Ray, I guarantee you Zombie Dom is your best option. Even if you don't have Ray. And if you do have Ray, Zombie Dom is still your best option. That's literally... no one else is close, right? I can't think of anyone that's even close. Maybe somebody makes some blues. Don't you make blues with your pyros? You crazy pyro guy? No, you make yellows. And you crash the game. He makes yellows, leeches, not pyros. Holy crap, double crash. Yeah, boss won't pin you, so if it's a pin move that puts out the cross breaks, you in trouble. Alright, back to boss. How many? Scobly trying to silence me. Mike. 12? Yeah. I mean, if you have nobody else and you have invested in his breaker, but I would be surprised if you had at this point. He's like, as a damage dealer, he's not going to blow the hinges off or anything. So, yeah. No shield to worry about. That's always fun. Hall of Fame Taker will be very good. All the people that took him 6-star silver will be very happy. If I had a few more shards, I would maybe do it just for boss battle. But I don't want to burn 2,000 aggressive powerhouse shards. So I won't. But yeah, he'll be very good. That's me. I did that. Yeah, he'll be really good. If you have him 6-star silver, he'll hit really hard. Come carry me, FOD. No, I don't. He's 6-star bronze with silver gear. It's throwing you off, Mike. Silver gear is throwing you off. Andre with drip makes reds. So don't think so. Because you're not going to pick up any bonus. Well, I guess I see what you're saying, Peck. Because he makes a few cross breaks. But he's only buffing the red, so I don't think it will be nearly enough. Edge will be okay, I would imagine, with the buff and recycling. Just trying to think of any way to get Sammy in here. Yeah, you could. But the multiplies aren't buffed is the only problem. And he's a high charge and stuff, so I don't love it. You could try it. I don't love it, personally. But I am an avid Hall of Fame Andre hater. This has been confirmed. Jimmy, always useful with the Uso cap plate. Running the spamming silent screen finisher. He's not going to hit ridiculously hard, though. So that's worth noting. He won't hit ridiculously hard, but useful. Edge, you're just trolling me? Oh, I hate you. Dang it, it worked, too. I was, like, trying to be all nice about it. I'm like, oh, Andre's gonna... jerk. Edge should be okay. Just kind of choosy and then kind of randomy. Right? But he does buff the greens nicely and then makes a lot of them. He'll be okay-ish. Knoxville make cross thingies? I think he does. Knoxville probably. But he's defensive? If he's defensive, no. Zombie down. Does he have a damage per cross break move? I should not say that. Who all has a damage per cross break move? If anyone. Knoxville might. I don't has him. No, not Hall of Fame Nash. Slow. Very, very slow. He's also focused. Chaotic? Okay. I don't have him, so I don't know. Yes. I know he does some blue gems. Correct. Yes. Accurate. Then you'd have to take Hall of Fame Warrior 6-star. He does make some cross breaks, and he does have gear. If you're one of the few people that has it. No, I do not, Peck, and I don't want to talk about it. Because they keep having boss breakers with cross breaks. Traps into blue. 9 random permanent. 4 random submission. Remaining sub. How many does the stump puller generate for Knoxville? How many cross breaks? 20? So, stump puller, what's the MP on it? Seven 20 cross breaks. What are you going to use with it? You don't want to change anything purple here. Trap gems. Broken by you, those are no good. Traps into blue. So all he really does, though, it makes traps blue, not cross breaks. No, you're fine. Doogie and Gutterball, I guess. But the problem is, you're gonna... It's 20, you said? 40, so there's room for 1, so it won't overwrite. You could do that, and then hope you connect blues to the cross breaks. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be great. To be honest, I do not think it's gonna be great. But if you have him 6-star bronze already, and you have breakers on him, I don't love a lot of the chaotic ones for this one. So that's kind of okay. Oh, why did I skip over this guy? Frickin' Mutant Mankind, a lot of you have him. Frickin' use his buff move. He doesn't give it up. Just do the buff thing. How did I forget about that? This is good, because he can grow the gem damage and do blues. If you have Mutant Mankind, he's very good for blue bosses, actually. Because he just keeps growing his gem damage, because you never need to swap. So, for a lot of you that have him, he'll be very, very good. Because the buff is after the fact. The boss battle goes into play. You just don't want to swipe. Yeah. He'd be very good chaotic one. If I had the shards, I'd take him 6-star. He's been good a lot. Yeah, actually. He's been good a lot. I'm sorry, Scon. I'm drinking caffeine. I'm tired today. You could do Taker with the drip plate and do pretty well, actually. He'll hit pretty hard. You would do it this way, though. I think, because... What's the buff? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, you could do fine with Taker. Orin's Juggernaut with the greens, right? I always want him to work, and he's never great. Yeah. Nope, no art neither. Alright. Dude, he's got chaps. It looks like he's got chaps. I freaking love his gear. I love it. I think it looks awesome. Except for if this was gone, it almost looks like he's wearing chaps. Right here. I love that gear. I don't... KO with boss plate like last time? I mean, you can do that. Like, you can run KO however you want. He'll hit hardish on turn 2 and 3. So, like, if he's who you've invested in, absolutely you can use him. I mean, I'll probably just use Seth and neutralize. So, Showboat Finn is good. He makes purples. So I'll probably just use Seth and neutralize for me, because that's... I don't want to build anyone. And if he was shard free, I would take him right now. Absolutely. So there's that, right? So I think, honestly, guys, I think most of it, have some good zombie doms. If you have some Mortons at Chaotic, great. Foley will be really good for those that have him. Taker, I'll be using Hall of Fame Taker here. Like, this is what my lineup's going to look like. Although Rick is probably going to be really good. Breaker more important, because, you know, I doubt we're going to steamroll on turn 1 guaranteed. Now, if the freeze is turn 3, which it's not going to be for sure because there's no shield, it's coming out boss's first turn. There's no way it's not. Then I would not worry about it as much, but yeah. So I'm probably just going to end up running this, even though, actually, can I do this with him? I mean, theoretically, could probably just do that. But would that hit, no, no gender, stop it. Wonder if that would hit any harder than Seth, though, because it's just random gems, but there's 2 different colors. Powerhouse Hogan, if there was a shield, sure. He's my shield breaker, but there's no shield. So, nah. He's max exhaust, he's my shield breaker go-to. Not Doink, no. No Doink, sorry. Doesn't make enough cross breaks. Doesn't one of these guys? No, he's X breaks. No. I think there might be 1 damage per cross break guy, but heck if I know who it is. Dawkins just spams some greens. He doesn't buff them in any way. There's no shield, so, no. I don't think so. No Street Profits, no. No, guys, Peck is asking a damage per crossbreak move, so does X damage per every crossbreak on the board. Not trainers. Not trainers. Also back to that 3rd Seth gear. Not Hall of Fame Lawler, no. Black gems do 50% more. Hall of Fame Warrior, I think, actually does have one. For the few people that have him, including me. You'd have to take him 6th star, though. And he is a pile of steaming poo. I think he's chaotic, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Maybe he's not. Which one is he? Maybe he's aggressive? I don't know. He's only leveled up because of Hall of Fame talent ups. No, not K-Quick on defense. Stop. Zombie Dom is the answer. Literally everyone has Dom. No one is even close to as good as Dom. Stop with the K-Quick. If you have his gears, for sure. Leaping Shoulder. There was one other one besides him. There is one other one besides him that had it, the move, and the Warrior was okay last cross-break one we had, as I recall, for people that took him up, especially if you had his gear, and if you had, what's-his-face coaching, Andre, Motu Andre, if you have him. But the damage on his per cross-break is not spicy. It's 34K. So even at 40 times, 34,000 times 40 is 1.3 million per cross break. Before everyone gets super excited, that's 1.3 million per cross break. Base, yes, but he doesn't make a metric crap ton of them. Dom at 5-star silver is better than 5-star gold K-Quick. And you'd have to level him up. Fair enough, Peck. That's still only 3 million per cross break. So if you had an entire board of cross breaks, I don't think so. I mean, yes, he's an option. I just don't think he's gonna be like realistically. He's not gonna hit like as hard as Dom and stuff. Nash does have the thing. Yes, he has the per move. His is low too. Nash is 25K per. Yeah, I actually have him to look at. All right, hold on. Not that it's level. It's red. And then if broken by you, yes, that's this one. And then you use the, what is the area? Isn't there an area one that you hit? This one. Triple red. What refills it? Refilling it's gonna be rough. So you'd probably need... Nope, because that doesn't make purple. Nope, it doesn't. Well, let's just assume there's a refill when you blow up the board, which there won't be. You could put any color plate to red on there to help. Alright. He's you said what? 25K? Which is slightly... What was Warrior? He has more traps, though. Alright, let me... What was... It doesn't matter. Let's say you said he was 25K pack. So... 34K on Warrior. So, yeah. Assuming... Oh, not sure I like this plan. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so 1x7 area. You're gonna get 7 random gems into cross breaks. You get like 40 of them. You get most of the board. You miss one column, right? Generally, when you do this, I don't play him as much as possible. I think you get all but one column, though, usually, right? So you get 42 gems. Well, let's just say you get 42 gems. And then there's 25K. So 42 times 25,000. Alright, now you times that by the 40. Oops. 42 times 25 times 40 gems. Okay, that's 42 million before, no, he's not going to hit his hardest Dom. Well, that depends on what your Dom has, but, so that's 42 million before, now you add trainers and stuff in, right, to get the percentage. They're all cross breaks, so theoretically the gem damage stacks on that, percentage cross break trainers, you're going to need, Jeff was 50%, right? Then you need red matchy match and you need NWO Hogan to get it loaded reliably. And then you have one spot open for, if you have him, Andre. So Andre's 100%. So I'll just set this up like perfect scenario, right? 100% Andre, 50% Jeff. That's 150% on top of the 42 million. It's like 105 million. Then if you had his gear, it added another 50% to the 42 million. So it's like 125 million. But then you have to recycle. So he'll be good. It's just, you're going to have trouble recycling, and he's slow. Stupid game thingy's glitched here. Here. Just for fun, let's go find my old buddy. Alright, so realistically, you want to run this. This is not you. Well, then you also get the damage from the cross breaks that you blow up. So that's on top of it. But that's just your regular gem. Some of those will be blue and green. There's 42 of those. What's his normal gem damage? Okay, I am so freaking blind. I know his talent is really low because he's got 2 hollows. There he is. Okay. 6-star silver, or bronze, I mean, average gem damage is probably 8k. So 42 more gems. So we're let's say 150k because I'm being generous, or 150 million because I'm being generous, and then 42 gems at 8k a piece for when you blow up the board is 336. Now 40 times is 13, and then probably another like you could maybe hit 175 million with the blow up the board. Maybe 175 to 200 million on a cycle. So yeah, he's gonna be good. He's probably one of the better focused options, maybe. I mean, I know I can do more with my Roman, but Roman is super rare, so he doesn't count. I think Rocker is gonna anyway. Let's see what this looks like speed wise, because Nash is like a slow turd most of the time. You're gonna need red matchy match. You are gonna need Jeff. Where are you, Jeff? Jeffrey? There's no way I'm gonna find him easily. There's too many gem damage. No, he destroy. Does he destroy? Jeff to do more destroy or more generate? I can't remember. Generate. I think it's generate. It'll be faster to find him this way. There's way too many trainers. Maybe it won't be faster. There he is. Alright, so you would use him. And then you would use Andre here, who I don't have. So I have to use Cena, because I suck. Just like Cena. Just kidding, actually, like Cena. And then you need matchy match, so one match charges you. And you can get going right away, because you definitely want to get going right away with this guy. Oh, you're going to want to use Hall of Fame Taker. For this boss battle, for sure, Lux. Hall of Fame Taker if you have a Titan plate. Absolutely, if you have a Titan plate. Alright, so damage is going to be bad. We're not really worried about that. This is more just... It's going to feel like molasses, too, because we're going to take off... Also, we're getting somewhat towards the end of the stream, so if there's if there's something I forgot to cover, something you guys want to talk about, or a question to get in, let me know. So we're going to take our red match, and I'm going to turn this to normal speed. What's that, Zandel? Or Rich, correct? Why Montez Ford? to match red gems. +2 on a match. So with these two, a 3 match is 7 MP. You only need to swipe 1 red 3 match to get started. Very unlikely you're going to have 2 red matches on the board. So you're going to be swiping, or trying to use, whatchamacallit, a prop. All of that takes way more time than 1 swipe, right? So yeah, he is really slow, and the animations are really bad. Because you're going to have to go through this whole thing here. Alright, Ivar's turn. Thanks, Ivar. Then we'd hit this move. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9 green and blue cross breaks, which are kind of nice. And then you just would blow up the board. Miraculously, we did recycle. But does anyone think you're going to get that more than once in a turn? The match, the traps down, recycling it as well. Yeah. It's not bad though. My concern, so it's not a bad option for sure. Don't think I'm saying it's bad, because it's definitely not. My concern would be the recycle. Yes, you would want to run Aftershock 100%. You know, the swipe, if I'm doing a million without a strap, might have lowballed the damage. You could maybe do, with a really good Nash, mine is a sucky one, to clarify. You could maybe do, with Nash and Andre, you could maybe do 300. You know what? You could maybe get him up to 300 mil. Did anyone use him last cross break? Triple red? How hard did you hit? Greetings from Venezuela. Could it be that one of these days you could make a gameplay for the YouTube of the Boogeyman Powerhouse and Doink the Clown Acrobat? I would like to see how good and useful they are. So Doink is really all over the place. He's very random, very chaotic. There's not a lot of high damage stuff there at this point. You can do a lot of subbing, but he was out before the super sub meta, kind of. They made Seth was like super subby, super subby, and Doink is kind of subby, and it would take forever. Yeah, what Mike said. They're not really solid fighters. Boogeyman's got a really big bleed, but isn't it like a 19% chance or something, so you can't rely on it? They just came out at the wrong time, mostly. Oh, I hate Nash. But mine's terrible. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, Apollo? 7x3 destroy and Apollo to grow his damage with the plate. Apollo. Wait. Hold on. Powerhouse Biggie, no good? Yeah, pretty much. In a word, yeah, not really. So, if guys, if they're just making blue gems or green gems, there's no point in using them over somebody with breakers, really. Because there's no shield. So, like, there's no anything really saving them this time. Yeah, King Seamus will be good. Especially with this plate. There's no hindering reds. And boss battle usually being okay isn't enough to justify using them over somebody who has your breaker leveled. So Hall of Fame Nash is definitely not free. There are a ton of people didn't get Hall of Fame Nash. Ton of people. Most of the people, at least 3/4 of the people in my faction didn't get Hall of Fame Nash. The free one was X-Pac. And then R-Truth is defensive, and Zombie Dom is free, and blows him away. I got Nash free as well, but most people did not. Like, check this. Slash poll. No, there's a lot of people that didn't. How many? It wasn't just playing. Have Hall of Fame Nash. Me? Nope. No, he wasn't, I don't think. Because I have people all the time saying they didn't get him. Like, all the time. Anyway, polls up. Let's see. We'll see how people vote, but I get told all the time that, maybe they're just... No, it wasn't just logging in, Peck. It definitely wasn't just logging in. I don't think... Let me see. I don't know if my buddy got him either. So far, a lot of people... It's 16-6 so far. Which is more than I understood. Don't see the poll, but don't have. I'll put a no in for you since I haven't voted. Yeah, wasn't there like a showdown that a lot of people couldn't do and didn't get that medallion? Like, there was a showdown that a lot of people struggled in, I want to say. Oh, yeah, I know you got a one true king. Yes, thank you, sir. Brett, as always, usable if he's your focus guy, as much as I hate saying it. He can throw multiplies on his greens. You got it after he came out. Yeah, okay, was there another event after they came out? You pulled him last month, so a lot of people are saying they got him after the original event. Yeah, I don't think, yeah. There, yeah. Because I remember it's 28-11, so more have them than not, but... They did give an extra medallion in another event. I do know that. There was a weird blitz, I remember that. Anyway, Nash will be okay. Actually, probably better than I think if you have Andre. Better than I thought if you have Andre. Warrior, too, if you can get enough cross breaks out there, if you have his gears and stuff. Nash, also, if you have his gear. Obviously, Rick, at Focused, really good with the triple green. Yeah, I think it was like in Feud or something. Oh, Apollo and Nakamura? Sorry, Lewis. Apollo, what do you mean when you say Apollo? And Nakamura. Like, I understand Nakamura, but like... One true king, I swear to goodness, sir. Hey, Bojies, what's up? So you're talking about running Nakamura just like this way? Yeah. I would say so, TJ. Yeah, the second medal was playing, I do know that. Double green. So you can't use this one? So you mean this? Uh, double green with knockout, any greens and blues at the bottom will be decent. Yeah, you can do that, like, in general, and then just not worry about the third move, really, right? Throw this one in case for some reason you don't recycle, but yeah, just use the double green. I don't see why not. If you have this maxed, in particular, because he's got pretty big multiplies, it's okay. I mean, if you have the breaker, sure. Apollo to grow his damage. Those yellows will go crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Apollo has to do with growing Nakamura's gem damage. I'm like thoroughly confused. Oh, Apollo on his own. Okay. 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 That's so Apollo himself. I'm so confused. How do they go together? This doesn't fit. I see. You're just saying Apollo continue stack the yellow gem damage? I mean, yeah, that's like using someone with a Titan plate, right? Any of the Titan guys, any of that kind of stuff, same thing would apply. Sure. Plus he recycles and all that. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going long term and trying to beat the boss, all that stuff is always viable, yes. Just like KO is always viable, turn 2, turn 3 sort of thing, unless there's anti-trap, anti-red, and there's not. My case, it's probably just best for me to use Seth, Mutant Seth, because I have, better, he's 6-star, and I have a decent plate for him, and I can just spam the sub, right? Whatever. But any of those growing the gem damage guys have usage. Like, mostly, I think the answer's, like, is anyone, not that Lee will give out the secret sauce, but, I mean, the way I would attack this, 100%, is run with 2 doms, a freeze, and 1 unfreeze, and 1 carry. That's what I do. Just 2 doms, and unfreeze, and then carry 1. Yeah, I know, Peck. It is. That's legitimately how I would go after this. I know nothing, right? I mean, like, Dom? Oh, that's... So as much green gem damage as you can, triple yellow. We're gonna go 8 MP. Obviously you want Ray, not as important in boss because you don't lose anything. All heart plate, but preferably Ray. Matchy match. So you only need 1 match. Dom training Dom, Domception. Then you only, I like it this way, then you only need a yellow match. And then I put Matt here to get ×5 multiplies instead of 3. If you want to gamble, you could do things like use Memrock here instead, or a trainer, but this is my zombie Dom entourage. Then it's 1 yellow match, countdown, sub, buff, swipe, whatever, it's over, Whatever order you really want to do, it doesn't matter. I just do the buff after the sub and the countdown. Swipe once, board blows up. Or swipe whatever it is. Yeah, 1 turn countdown, swipe once. Board blows up, turns green. As much green gem damage as you can. Yes, neutralizer will stop it from hitting hard. You getting hit as hard. That's what neutralize will do this one. English is really freaking hard. Holy crap. 6 SB Rick with 2 green and sub with all. Yeah, Bojies, that's solid. Hey King Beefy Beef, what's up? That's solid. Seamus Crown should work on Nash too, I think, because I think it should at least emboss proc off of the traps. So that could be really good as well. If that's more like about the bonuses, Hall of Fame Snoop with drip, he'd be okay. B-Rock, yeah, because it's greens. His animations are slow, is always the only concern. But yeah, I mean, because if you got his gears in particular, sure. But he's defensive, so you won't hit as hard as Zombie Dom. But, well, whatever. You might not have Zombie Dom built either, so. Crown. Yes, Crown does increase red gems, correct? Yeah, I don't think that'll make... I'm too much on a small brain. Crown isn't that big a deal, yes. Except for on the red gems that are cross breaks. Because that's essentially buffing the cross break. Because it's a red gem on a cross break. If that makes sense. So it does help. It's better than nothing. Well, recycling might be better in his case. I don't know. It depends on what you're doing, I suppose. Recycling would probably be better. With any color to red plate. Yeah, and triple green Gunther is certainly viable, but it's only 3 gems, so that's technically 90 gems, and 90 gems times 15. So that's a decent amount of gems. Let me think about this. What's 90 times 15? It's like 1,350 gems. If there's 3 greens, after you swipe greens to load it would be the problem. Technician green that's maxed out is how much? 17k? Hold on. That's only 22 million. And then your buffs. Your percentages. So you're looking at what? You do green starting on him, on Gunther, NWO 2 sets. You could maybe get a 70%, and then 130 on your gems, 200. So best case, yeah, Gunther will probably only hit for between like 40 and 60 million, depending on your strap and plate setup. Triple green. Chic plate doesn't really matter. Won't really do anything for you. It's going to do like 300k per green. But just spamming the 2 greens over and over is good. I mean, 300k is better than nothing, right? But yeah, it won't be huge. Yeah, the cross break is where it's at, and the move damage going up with time will help some. Yeah, absolutely. You got auto timed out New Age because of the period. So, heck, I would say realistically it's not required because we're gonna have turn 1. We're gonna take our turn. Bosses is gonna take its turn, and then put silence gems out. We're gonna eat 1.6 million. Next turn, we're gonna eat 1.8. There's going to be silence gems the next turn. So we'll be like on our second turn and got hit once. I would assume that's the turn freeze comes out the first turn as well. Then the silence gems will cover. I think honestly the turn order is going to be everything. So silence gems will go out, moves will get froze, and then buff will get applied essentially the next time around, if that makes sense. I don't think so, really, TJ. You could try, but I don't think so. That's 200% increase. So technically the boss's second turn you're going to hit for 3.6 million. If that's up, right? Is that the way I'm reading that? 200%. That's going to have a little extra on it. So like 3.6 million, 4.6. As long as you have like 6 million health, or you beat it and beat it on your first turn, you're going to hit for 1.6 second turn. Yeah, so if you beat it in 2 turns, Peck, you're fine. Third turn, if you don't have a neutralize, you're going to need 6 million health to go 3 turns. Josh, yes, it's still going to hit hard. It's not as big a deal because you don't lose, like, so normally, like in feud, whatever, no, the answer's no. But you're not going to lose any of your sub or your countdown gems. So you're still going to make 28 gems into green. You're still going to hit hard, just not nearly as hard. Yeah, so I think we're good, Peck, for 3 turns. If you don't win by 3 turns, we're probably doing something wrong, right? So, yeah. It is still viable, but you're not going to hit as hard. Josh, what I would say a lot of times in that case is do this right here. So you can recycle it. You might do that instead. You can also load this easier. And yeah, Cena for an extra countdown gem would certainly make sense there. You can put an extra countdown out, Cena would make sense. Yeah, so this lets you recycle, and if you can't hit a big enough boom with Dom to kill him, like right away, you might as well recycle, right? So I would say just go ahead and recycle and run it this way. And then you don't need to worry as much. This is easier to get loaded because technically you can just run this steel and matte and then a green swipe and you're fine. 1 green swipe, right? You just need a green swipe. So you could run it steel and matte. Actually, you could also run Kofi for the yellows. You could just put Kofi and leave matte in because you're going to start 4 with Kofi. 1 for your turn is 5, and a 3 match would be 8. So you could run Kofi as well. The reason I like Dom and NWO Hogan is there's a better chance of having that yellow match because of the starting thing. But you can just swap Dom out for Kofi. And then instead of Hogan, put like veteran Cena to get an extra countdown. And then instead of Ray, do Mem Rock or green gem damage. So you'd look like steel, matte, veteran Cena for that extra countdown gem, and then green gem damage percentage, so like Lacey. Yeah, Lacey's green and purple. Yeah, Lacey. So like Showboat Lacey is what I would do. Because that Lacey will help make up 20% of the buff, which isn't huge, but it's not nothing. And then Cena will give you no vet Cena. Okay. Do you have China? Run China and Lacey if you have Hall of Fame China. No China. Lex? I'm going to say long shot here. Lex? Hall? I don't know specifically, Peck. As far as I understand, you got to have Hall, right? At least it's 5% better than nothing. Yeah. Yeah, use him for the percentage. So, Peck, as far as I understand, the boss gives you a new base, right? So it's times 15s on your greens. So let's take Dom for example. 17k green. Times 15. That's 255K per green. 12K would be a flat. That would be 267K. Five percent on Hall would be 267K, 750. So it's the same as a 5%er. A 12K is the same as a 5%er in this case, if I understand that correctly. Nah, I don't think we're going to get perks for boss battle. I don't think we'll get speed ups either. If they speed it up, they'll just increase the HP. That's all that'll happen. It's all relative. It's just they would monkey with it for monkey's sake. I think we'll get what we get. What we'll get is moments for boss battle. Did that explain that okay, Peck? Whereas a 20%er, you take that 255K, and it would become 306K. Correct. If it would, that would be dope AF. It's worth trying to see, like a test run, but as far as I understand, boss gives you a new base, and then buffs are applied. Yeah, New Age. Nothing, the auto mod got you for no good reason. So that's how I understand it, is you get the new base and then all buffs apply. It's worth trying in case I'm wrong. But that's the way it seems to have worked heretofore previously. And I'm getting close. Well, I'm technically, I'm overtime by 17 minutes, which, you know, because it's Monday and Raw, they typically don't like when I go long. Is there any last questions before I calls it? Yes, exactly, Boji's. I mean, that doesn't mean it'll always be that way, but yeah. So, Nakamura, I'm weird. A little bit, I guess. I like the way... So, Regal hits harder than Apollo with the Piper plate. I prefer much more the way Apollo plays than Regal. I think both will be turn 1 winners at 6-star silver. So my plan is to take Apollo first and Regal second. I don't, FOD. I really don't. Because you make the assumption that somebody has the flats on them. No, One True King. Godfather dead last. About 13 million with this setup, Lewis. I would say 13 million on average. Move damage strap. I put double fury on him. And then I ran him. This was a flat trainer. Taker. About 13 million. So buff, this, buff. No drip plate. It's plenty for 6-star bronzes. Equates to 20 million plus turn 1 at 6-star silver. Works for me. We do. New Age, I would love that. Yeah, no, Lewis, that's just kind of a normal, easy way to tell people to figure it out, right? Like, go into a stip, see how hard you hit, and then, you know, times it by whatever. I don't know if that's accurate. I will try it. I don't know if that's accurate. But if they make a new base, then the flats are way better. Way better than percentages if the boss is applied afterwards. So it's worth trying. 100%. And IRL is smarter than me, and he may have access to code. So definitely worth trying if IRL said it. 100%. Let me look at that. I see what you're saying when he said that, and that's the easiest way to explain it. But I don't know. Yeah, I see where he said separate to everything else and work off the total. Trainers, medals, and moments go off the base gem. So let's you have say you have a 10k gem, blah blah blah, make it 20k. Then you had faction boss mission, it's 26k. Then multiply that by 190 times the buff to get like 5 million, which makes sense. But back then we weren't using flats, right? So it's just simpler to say it that way. So I don't know. It's easier for people to understand to say just multiply it by your normal thing, because that's basically what it worked out to, because we were all using percentages. I just am not 100% sure it works that way. Because I think, and the reason why I think this, I don't know if Lee is still here. He probably has tested more crap than almost anyone in boss battle. But you know how when we were testing the flats, plates work off of the base, and then multiplies and buffs work off of what's in the game. I feel like if boss didn't give you a new base, then plates wouldn't be nearly as effective in boss as they are. If they worked, you know what I mean? Because if it was the plates working off of your starting base, then a plate wouldn't make a big deal. That 100% on a plate in boss battle would not make a big deal. But the 100% off of a plate in boss battle makes a huge deal. Like, it's massive. So that's why I'm fairly certain that it gives you a new base for boss, and everything works off of that base, simply because of that. Because the plates and metals, not plates. Yes, the plates and metals work off of your base, whereas the other stuff is after the fact, like multiplies and all that. And I feel like, but I could be wrong, I don't know. 100% need to try it, because it's a huge difference at 6-star bronze between a 12k and a 20%. Huge difference. And we would know right away. If that's the case, it might be worth dropping hey 619, how are you, bud? It might be worth dropping even Matt, and I would consider dropping maybe even NWO Hogan and trying to get lucky, or use a prop for 12k. If it's before, like, holy shnikes. Probably not Matt. But I might, if it affects it that much, I might drop NWO Hogan for that. Oh, right on, bud. I'm just getting ready to call it a stream. So, when Peck brought up a really good question, as usual, he asked lots of good questions. Well, I'm going to call it a stream. I smell food. I think Mrs. Maris is making grilled cheese tonight, which is one of my favorites. We'll talk more boss battle on my stream tomorrow, and I'll probably fight Braun on his crappy tour that I'm sure will be crappy and all that. And I just got messaged my food's done, so I'm gonna call that a stream. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for being on. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun, mostly, totally, completely. Yeah, take care. Good luck out there.